the idea of exposing faculty and staff to neighborhoods and communities where we draw our students from was the idea that they could be exposed to those neighborhoods, those traditions, those sights and sounds, and possibly by doing that, they get to understand their students a little better.
Marching up to freedom.
You think about the Civil Rights Tour in terms of a Black story, and for me, I think Dr. Tour does a great job of showing the American story. So you have this civil rights history that's interwoven with the American narrative, and so for me, it's this idea that it's not a Black story or a white story, it's the American story, and I think she's really good at showing individuals how those narratives intertwine each other, and how we all can feel proud about the American story.
I think we're blessed to work at a place that takes the mission of racial healing and reconciliation seriously. At the same time, the impact is seeing it not as part of this bubble. I mean, so much of the journey is really the travel of going to these places where history happened.
For the Civil Rights Tour especially, the college conveys, and I think the participants experience, that Black history, that the African American experience is important. And it in fact is American history.
You gotta go to these places to talk to people who tell you the reality of what their racialized lives are like. And we need to hear that so that what we do is authentic and thoughtful, and that it'll become effective.
And you know, some people get on that bus and go through the tour and they say to themselves, oh my gosh, I never learned this in school. And I believe as a result, they feel a sense of wrong, of injustice.
I never knew that that they had bombed Martin Luther King's home, and you know we were there, and actually our guide there let me unlock the door to Dr. King's house, and that was an extraordinarily moving experience.
A trip like the Civil Rights Tour really brings those things to light. And helps you to take those current events that are happening and really put them in context, and help relate it to what's happened historically, sort of giving some historical context.
When we were in there, they told us that the house had been bombed. They told us that Dr. King had to sit in his kitchen and confront the fact that he was probably going to be killed at some point if he continued along that path. And it was really that moment that started to make it click for me.
Another revealing thing for me was how much I did not know about a history that I embraced. So I think that was very revealing in that sense that even though I thought I knew a lot, there was a whole lot more that I needed to know.